what's about to go down here.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dapo Ibrahim. If you are a first time on this channel, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you coming back on my channel. On this session, we will be looking at Kevin Samuel's video, one of the video interview he had with those ladies, and we'll talk about it. But before we go into that video, I want us to first ask ourselves, okay, why was Kevin Samuel relevant when he was actually making those videos, right? And why was he having over 30,000 people tuning into his live sessions? Okay, why were people so curious about what he has to say, right? Why was it that people were just tuning in and coming in and getting engaged and commenting and giving him money, paying money right there on live TV, making donations and stuff? Why were all these things happening? That's what one thing I want you to think about. So I asked a friend of mine these questions, and the first thing he said was, "Oh, Kevin Samuel is a misogynist. Is because he's always attacking women on live TV. That's why he got all these viewership, and that's why a lot of people are tuning in because he's always butting head ladies." And my response was, "That's not so true, even though it's somewhat true." Now, when it comes to Kevin Samuel, there is the thing that you see on the surface, and there's always the deeper meaning of what he's doing. Now, if you want to understand more of what he does, okay, first you need to watch his monologues, both the beginning monologue and the ending monologues. Then you want to understand why we have more black people, okay, more black women tuning in. Then you want to understand why he calls himself the Godfather, okay? Now you need to watch the movie The Godfather so you understand the principles, guiding the so-called Godfather, of which I have a 3 hour long video of why Kevin Samuel is kind of like the Godfather when he was doing all these live videos. I will post a link to the video somewhere around this. So I would really encourage that you go see those videos, okay? Now, once we have all those things, then we can now understand why he was gaining so much traction to the point where we can even understand if there's a conspiracy behind his passing away. Now, like I said, on a very surface level, it's because he's having all this argument with women, and these are all regular women that, you probably walk by them, and it's all happening on live TV, and it's almost like he's exposing them, and they're exposing themselves, and we said so many things just going on, and it's all happening right there in front of us. Like, he was like one of the first influencers to like capitalize on live streaming, and he made so much impact on live streaming. Like, you could just do so many things during live stream, and it's just right there in front of you, and it's not like it's not scripted. It wasn't projected from anywhere. It's just happening, and people were just tuning in, and it was just so impactful right there. Now, the main reason why we had this much traction, okay, the main reason why a lot of people were tuning in was because we're seeing the spectrum of the black family. Okay, we saw, we've been seeing this glue that's holding the black family together. We're seeing those glues just falling off, and we're seeing the black family just falling apart. And a lot of people don't understand why. Okay, why the black family is falling apart. So they're like, okay, we're seeing these things. We're seeing our moms and our dads, living together. The mom hates the dad hates the mom. The child is not allowed to see the dad. The mom is not allowing the kids to see their dad. The dad doesn't want to see the mom, wants to see the kid. Just so many things happening. However, he came with this principle of you need to introspect. You need to look into yourself and somehow think maybe you're the problem. And that was the main reason, because when he's doing that, you are forced to hold yourself accountable. And that was the very first time, the first point in time whereby women were being holding themselves accountable on live television. And it was just so obvious. It was just so obvious. That's one. Second question I would like us to ask ourselves is, who benefits more when everyone is single, most especially when women are single? Who benefits more? I would let you guys take a moment and think about it. Who benefits more when women are single? Because when women are single, they get to go out on vacation, so they have to buy tickets and all these things. They need to make their hair, they buy makeup, they buy so many outfits. They have to go out and party, they drink, they do. So all those companies are making money from it, right? Whereas when they are married, what happens? They're already married. They have kids now. They're in the house and they're just doing what the family needs, and they don't have to party because the family doesn't need them to party. They don't go on so many vacations because the family doesn't need them to go on vacation. They don't buy makeup because the family doesn't require them to buy makeup. Now, who benefits when women are single? The corporations, the mainstream media, all these people benefit from keeping women single. Now, when you see that, then you begin to understand why there's so many policies in place, why there's so many things in place to like separate the family, to separate the man from the woman, to separate the black family from, to separate the black man from the black woman. Why is this need so much projection for the need for the black women to see the black men as their enemies? Because it's much more profitable to keep women single. If you promote them to start families, there's really no benefit for large corporation. There's no benefit for capitalism. There's no benefit for all these people. So we have to keep women single, because when we keep them single, yep, we make money. So it becomes all about money. However, these companies keep making money, right? They make so much money, and the profiting of keeping women single. However, while the women single, they're growing older and they're like, okay, wait, I'm single, I'm making money for this corporation. In the long run, this corporation really doesn't care about me. I should be starting my family. So I got to go back into the dating market. And now they go back into the dating market, but they're realizing that, wait, I am older. I want to date. But these people, I mean, they're thinking they're still like, oh, yeah, I'm still viable at dating. I'm just like when I was 16, I wear makeup, whatever, whatever. But physically, they're older. And the men are projecting that towards them. Like, listen, I want a lady that's younger and more fertile that can give me a family. It's all about family to a man. A man wants to start his own family because, there's even this Jewish proverb: men need to have three things, write a book, plant a tree, have a son. It's all about legacy. Men can't create legacy from a younger woman that's fertile. Now, this all the women don't like that. They don't. Because why would they like that? It's kind of like, why would they like that? So, hence, all those things happening. So they go back into the dating market. And they're like, oh, it's just so hard. And there's this thing whereby there's this superstructure whereby they want to like just make, force men to see things the way they are. And then they will come up and they will say things like, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. And one of the most amazing things that Kevin Samuel does on the show is he will tell them, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. And when rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, you can't be more than 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, whatever, because you got to be realistic. But they'll say 10. Hence, that's where the delusion comes in, because they don't see themselves as anything less than 10, because that's what the so-called people that profit from them, that's what they're projecting on them. Because when you project that on them and they believe it, they keep making money off them, right? So the delusion was right there and it was so thick. and they just don't want to believe that. However, okay, it's a market. It's a market. You can see anything. You can say I'm a 10, I'm a 1,000, but you're selling something and someone is buying something, right? You're selling it, someone's buying it. Now, whoever's buying it is giving you the cash. So they're like, wait, I'm paying for this thing, and the value I'm getting is not a 10, but you calling yourself a 10, and I'm the one giving you the cash. So why should I pay the value for 10 when I'm not getting a 10? So I'm just going to hold off. And hence, men who don't want to date. They don't want to date. They're like, listen, the delusion is not making things work out for both parties, because I am, you saying you're a 10. When I paid for the 10, I got the value of a 3. So I'm not going to keep paying for 10 when the return on investment I'm getting is that of a 3. So men are like, okay, they're not saying anything. Men are just backing away. They're just backing away. They're just backing away. And women are like, no, I'm a 10. Treat me like a 10. Treat me like a 10. Because that's what I am. You got to do it like that. Men are like, no, that's not really the case. So men are not really saying anything. And then someone like Kevin Samuel, like I said, is the godfather. He came and he was saying things that's on the mind of the men. Men are like, oh, yeah, go, man, go speak. Because anyone that says things that he was saying, or like anyone that's projecting this kind of messages, gets instantly demonized. Because, like I said, the corporation profits from keeping women single. And if you're saying anything against that, you're taking away their money. And, once you're taking away someone's money or their source of livelihood, they look for a way to, like hush you or just get rid of you completely. So he was saying all this message, and men are like, yeah, just keep saying it. And he eventually was able to hit the nail on the head, especially when he tells them, like, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, and then he will ask them, do you have a child? Yes, you have. Yes, I have a child. Ma'am, you have a child, okay? You're 32, okay? You're fat, okay? And you don't listen to. So how in the world are you a 10? Be realistic, because the person in the market that you want to pay for your value is not seeing you as a 10, because he's not getting that. Now, you could come around and say, I'm manifesting and this and all these things that you all do. Fine. But at the end of the day, you want someone to pay for the product that you're selling. And the person that's paying for the product is saying, you're not a 10. And that's where the whole issue is coming. Now, that's not even the main thing. The most important thing that I want us to hold on to is the reason why all of this is happening. I was just giving a breakdown. I wasn't planning to give that much of a breakdown, but the reason why all of this was happening, the main reason was the fall of the black family. Because when men are withdrawing and women are like, I'm still a 10, and men are like, we're not a 10, and they're backing away, and then the women are like, oh no, this isn't happening. We are seeing the fall of the black family. And the reason why we had so many people tuning in was because everyone is getting tired of the fall of the black family. And we are all looking for ways to keep our families together. Because the foundation of every community is the family. If you break the family apart, there is no more community. If you can turn the man against the woman, there is no more community. Because when men don't come with women, when they don't procreate, the generation dies. Now, if this family is dying and that family is dying and that one is dying, at some point, your enemies don't have to even come in and fight you. They just have to just turn your men against your women, and before you know it, everyone is dead. Because 5, 10, 20 generations from now, everyone will be gone, because they refuse to get married. They refuse to date. They refuse to get married. They refuse to give birth to more children. They refuse to build any form of legacy. So, well, end of the black family. That's it. I mean, that's like the easiest way to just get rid of them. But, that's when he came in. And it's like, we have to make something work. Okay, we have to meet ourselves in the middle, because we don't want the black family to just be wiped out of the planet just because we don't agree with each other. There will always be disagreement. So we have to find a way to work. And it was so eye opening because I was seeing more women were like they're interested in just seeing how they can make things work. It was so um it was good. It was really good. Now we had some ladies who were like just they stood on business as far as the delusion is concerned. And there was some women who were like, okay, I'm willing to make something work. And it is what it is at the end of the day. Some people will be like that and some will just not accept it. That's the whole thing about the Kevin Samuel situation. Like I said, I have a video online. It's about 3 hours long. A lot of people may not even have the time to watch it, but if you're interested in just understanding those things in depth, you can watch the video. It's very informative. I did a comparison with The Godfather. I did a breakdown of The Godfather, the philosophy of The Godfather, and then compared it with Kevin Samuel, and then the breakdown of Kevin Samuel and how it became just so relevant and how it gained so much traction, how his message and his teachings are still spreading even after his death. Take some time, watch the video, learn a lot. Don't be superficial about things. Just go in depth and find something that will be beneficial to you and something that you will eventually be able to use to help our community. Because at the end of the day, everything we're doing, even this video, this whole session, is just to keep the black family together, to keep our families together, because we are tired of watching our families fall apart because the men won't agree with the women won't work with the men, and the family, the kids can't access their parent. It's becoming way too much. And at some point, we just have to wake up and grab the bull by the horn and say, okay, this is my fault, and we will make it better. And we will do everything in our power to make things better. We're going to look at some of the videos from Kevin Samuel's session, and we'll talk around it. We'll see one or two things. I'll do some breakdown. And if you have anything to comment, please make sure you comment below. If you have any contributions, something that you think I'm missing, feel free to comment below, and let's get right into the video. So this was from the smoke show, and it was like, ladies bring the smoke. So we'll look into this session and talk around it. Let's get into it.
Men, more high value men than there are women. My bad.
Excuse me. There are more high value men than there are women?
I mean, sorry, I said it right the first time. I get confused sometimes. There are more high value men. There are less high value men than there are women. So in the game of numbers, you're having a lot of people that do marry these guys, but then like, what about the rest of the women?
So why do you? Okay, hold on. First of all, you're all over the place.
Oh, sorry, I'm just kind of nervous.
Number one, number two, do you expect the sexual marketplace to be fair?
No.
So, if you don't want a man who is a high value man who is wanted and desired by most women, go get a lesser man.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, are you in college?
Yeah.
Okay. In the animal kingdom, mammals are males of the species typically monogamous?
No, not typically.
Well, then, thank you.
But not all of them are.
That is not. And see, typically means the majority or more. So just because you can say there are some doesn't disprove the argument. You're not making a compelling case. All you're really basically saying is, I don't like it.
Not that I don't like it. It just feels disrespectful to know that there are other women that are just being used because they're like
being used.
Said, they're not. Yeah, because
are they being used?
Okay. Like women that aren't in the relationships with the men that are like sleeping with them, like having them as like side chicks or whatever. What happens to them?
They're grown goddamn women. They can choose who they deal with. They're grown women, free to make a choice. They can choose what penis enters their body. Can they not?
Yeah.
Then if they choose they want a high value penis and they are in short supply, that's what they get.
Okay.
See, what I don't do is I don't allow you women to come in here and be victims. I make
Oh.
you be held accountable.
No, that's what I like about
I said that at the very beginning of this video that that's it. This is like the very first time where women would feel like they're being held accountable. And I say I don't make you come in here and feel like victims. I make you accountable. Okay. And you could hear that. It's all self-explanatory, right? All the argument is, I think, but this is what's happening in general. But there's an exception. Exception doesn't disprove the rule. Okay, exception doesn't disprove the rule.
what you do on your show. Like, I respect that. Just was trying to put out there that maybe that's something to consider. But
It's nothing to consider.
well, then
It is
how about
nothing.
this?
It is nothing to consider. If you want a man who is in the top 10%, 5%, 3%, 1% of men, is the competition extremely tough for those men?
No.
Are you what?
Oh, for the men, not the women. Yeah.
Are you actively dating?
No.
I can tell
How can you tell?
because you're socially awkward,
Uh,
and this is a theoretical exercise for you.
not.
Yeah, let me go ahead and let you fall back. Let me go ahead and let you fall back. We're done. Okay. I don't want to do this because it's not going to end up. I mean, ladies, understand something. If you're going to just say I don't like it, you have to be able to make an argument.
My man just evicted that completely.
Try to make an argument. At least try. Ty, go ahead and mute yourself. Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Hi, Chad. Hi, everybody.
Okay, so how old are you?
I'm in my late 40s, and I'm going to let you know I'm tired from the other day here.
I know who
Okay.
you are. I saw you from the other day.
Okay.
What's your
yes.
disagreement?
My disagreement is when you say that older women, just need to give their coochies away here.
What do you mean give it away?
I mean, pretty much that's what you said. Like, nobody would want us.
No. You're going to have to tell me exactly what you disagree about what I said. I didn't never say that.
I mean, you're saying older women are, like basically we don't have no hope in the dating world here. That's what you said.
No, I don't. See, that's what I mean. Hold on, ma'am.
Okay.
You ladies are going to have to do much better. I am not going to sit up under an inaccurate argument. What do you think I say about older women and their dating options?
Like older women, basically older women and overweight women really are average at best. Let me put it like that. Okay.
No, it's not okay, ma'am. It's not. That's not what I say. See, how old are you?
I'm in my late 40s.
Okay. In your late 40s.
And
hold on. No. In your late 40s, you should be able to come in and say, Mr. Samuels, Kevin, you said this and I disagree with it. Not this stream of consciousness, because you expect me to defend the position I didn't say. What did I say? Or what do you, okay. Are you thinking that I'm telling older women, you say they got to give their coochie away? Let's start there.
Okay.
Do you have any children?
I do. I have 3.
Have you ever been married?
Yes, I have. I'm a widow.
Okay. Sorry to hear that. But
yeah.
3 people have come out of your body.
Yes.
All right. So do you think your body is the same prize it was when you were young before you had children?
Of course not. No, of course not.
So what do you mean giving it away?
I mean, pretty much, from what I gather, I watched a few of your videos, and from what I'm gathering, you're pretty much saying like the overweight women, even when I watched the other day, like if they're not physically attractive.
We're talking. You've
They're
gone from
not.
overweight. See. I talked about older, and you just went to overweight. See, you keep moving.
I mean, well, okay.
But if you're older and overweight, I mean, let's be honest, man. What are you holding on to it for? You're lucky somebody even wants to use it.
Mm. And that's true, and I agree with that.
So okay, so what?
I agree.
So I got. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna sting a little bit. But I'm 52. You're in your 40s.
Okay.
If you walk down the street and you saw $100 bill and you were busy, you'd been down to pick it up.
Right.
If you walk down the street and you saw a $50 bill and you were busy, you'd been down to pick it up. If you walk down and saw a 20, a 10, a 5, even a $1 bill. But there is a level of coinage that you would keep on moving. It's probably not a 50-cent piece, might be a quarter, but if it's a dime, you're keeping it moving. If it's a nickel, you're moving. It's a penny, you ain't even blinking. Many of you guys got penny pussy thinking you got $100 bills. Sorry.
That's cold.
What are you holding on to it for if it's overweight and old?
I mean, in your opinion.
Not my opinion. What value does it have on the market? What value does an old used vagina have on the market? Attached to an overweight body.
Like none. None. Okay.
So, but you got women out here sitting around telling guys you got to wait 90 days, wine me, dine me, you got to date me right. See, what I do say is do not go on a date with a man that you are not sexually attracted to. That's what I do say. No, it's not, of course. That's not, of course. That is not, of course. It's not, of course, because I wouldn't have to explain it if it was common sense. You got people like telling folks 90-day rules and carrying on. And for women over 35, that 90-day rule, that's a young woman's rule, not a woman who's had kids. We're adults. When a man asks you out on a date, he's basically saying, I want to have sex with you. And asking you on a date is a socially acceptable way of getting in your panties. We're both grown and we know that's what it is. Can we act like it, please? No, you said but can we act like
I agree with you. I mean,
so what's the problem? So but then what are you giving away?
I'm saying from what I gather here, that's just my take on it. Like it seems like basically if like some of the I've watched a couple of your shows and it seemed like the unattractive women, the obese women, like it feels like they don't have any value, no matter what the age is.
Well, man, if you call a woman unattractive and obese, I got news for you. She does not have much sexual market.
All right, like I said, it's all about the market. It's all about who's buying from you. And if you are saying, this is my worth, this is it, and this is what I'm selling it for, and the person that wants to give you the money is saying, no, I don't feel like that's the worth, then maybe there has to be a little bit of market adjustment. And that's what this whole back and forth is all about. Just like reevaluate the reality. And that's why I always say on a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself. 5, 4, and some people just say 10. And the other day this lady said she's a 10. She has like 4 kids. She's like overweight and everything. How are you a 10 when you're all of these things? The whole point is just be realistic, and that way you can access a man that's realistic. Okay, like someone like Kevin Samuel, who's intellectual and knows how to formulate his arguments, and you're coming on a show, you want to have all your arguments in place. You said this, okay, this is it. You show him on camera of what it's saying. That way you can nail the argument. But if you're grabbing crumbs from everything he said, and then you're coming up with your own and you ask him to defend something that he doesn't even know what's going on, then you're just gonna be in the ocean of delusional people who don't even know what they're doing again. Point is, have your arguments well set, okay, well laid down before you come on the show with someone like this. That's the whole point, and also keeping in mind the marketplace as well.
Place value. No different than a man who's short and broke.
True, right?
How come you understand that just like this? But if you describe a woman by your own words as overweight, and unattractive.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think she has higher value on the sexual marketplace?
Why do I feel like she has? I've never said that.
So what is your ultimate point, man? Because you're kind of all over the place.
So I'm all over the place.
D-
So, okay, okay. All right. Okay, Kevin.
I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, because it's like, what would you tell a woman who is over 40,
Mm-hmm.
overweight,
Mm-hmm.
and unattractive, as you would say? What would you tell her about her coochie? What would you tell her about it?
I know what you tell her. I know exactly what you tell her. She tell her, girl, you're a queen. You know your worth. You know that you could get any man that you want. You can manifest the man.
I got beans, greens, I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't tell no other woman about her coochie. I'm just worried about mine too. Okay? I mean,
Well, yeah, well,
you do
yeah,
what you do.
no, but we're here now. What would you tell her?
I mean,
since apparently I don't know what I'm talking about. What you got it for?
Kevin.
No, this is the show. You said you came on and said you're telling women who are overweight or old or this or that, just get that coochie away. They ain't got no hope on all that.
No. From my impressions, from the things that I've watched from you on your platform.
Have you watched an entire video from mine? Have you watched an entire live stream from end to end?
Yes, I have.
The entire 2.5 hour show.
No.
Well then, ma'am, I got news. I got news for you. I'm sorry, ma'am. No. What you've done is like so many other women do. You come in here on partial information, going off half cocked, and then when you have a chance to say what it is, you can't even make a coherent argument because you haven't watched it. You haven't watched it.
Okay.
No, man. No, Ty. If you haven't watched one live stream of mine.
No, I haven't watched like a 2 hour. I watched it.
Well, then what do you then you are getting incomplete information. And see what I'm trying. Well, anyway, okay. Don't have a problem with something that you ain't even listening to.
No, and I agree. Look, and Mr. Look, Kevin.
Okay, I gotta get to the other folks, but if you haven't watched the show, here's my suggestion. Before you have a disagreement with something, why don't you sit down and watch it from start to finish?
Okay.
All right. Makes more sense to me. I don't know why people are like, I want to disagree with you, even though I don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right, Darlene. Unmute yourself. Hello.
Hi. Good evening.
Hi. How old are you?
Can you hear me fine?
I can. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Do you have the show going on anywhere else?
No.
Okay. What's your disagreement?
Okay, hold on, because I wrote my conflict down.
Okay, she came right.
And this goes back to the exploring options topic.
Okay.
So I am conflicted with, is there a direct correlation between exploring options and being transparent with your partner? So I don't remember which show it was, but I remember there was a young woman on the show and she spoke about her partner being honest with her about, like, her issue was the fact that
I know what you're talking about. She said that he lied.
Right.
And I asked her, did you make an environment to where your partner could act, to be honest with you? And according to her, she said, I did. Then but I challenged her and I said, well, ma'am, people don't lie if they feel like they can tell the truth.
Okay. Okay. So then that brings me to my next point. I know you say that women should already go into the situation with the idea, if you're with a high value man, that he's going to explore his options, or he has the option to do so, the choice to do so. So with that being said, like, I'll just paint the picture for you. I'm currently in a relationship with a high value man. It's only been a little over a month, so we're still relatively new.
Is it high value by the way I would define it?
Yes.
Okay.
In all categories.
Okay.
But I guess my issue is when we were dated, like in the dating stage, we spoke about relationships, and he did say that, you know, I choose not to cheat. I don't cheat. But I don't know. I feel as though I'm still going into it with the mindset of, if you cheat, whatever.
Okay.
But is there a correlation between, okay, going into it and assuming?
I don't understand.
Okay,
I don't understand the question.
is there a correlation in going into the situation with the mindset of he has the choice to explore his options and also wanting him to be transparent? Or is that just a battle, like, he may never be honest?
So you basically, what you're basically, a long way of asking me is, if you're going to cheat, tell me about it.
Yeah. And, or
No.
should I just let it go?
No, absolutely not. Because as soon as he tells you about it, you're going to have to do something. Why should he burden you with that?
Oh, Kevin.
Because you're nosy and you're a busybody. So stop dealing with high value men and go get a guy who you don't respect.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Well, then stop being a nosy busybody.
All right, Kevin.
I'm just saying, okay, so here's what you want him to do. You want him to come disrupt his happy home and say, hey, by the way, Darlene, I'm nailing a chick that you would never find out about. I've covered all my tracks. She's got something to lose. I'm not going to bring home any outside babies, no diseases. I'm not putting anything in jeopardy. It's just a thing. But because you need to know, I'm going to be transparent and tell you, this is what I'm doing. Have a good night. You mean to tell me you're going to sleep the sleep of the just? You mean you're not going to sit around and ask him 50, 11 million questions? You mean to tell me you're not going to start going through his Facebook and this and that? You're going to start. That's a bunch of damn problems. Your ladies are do your job. You should have enough on your plate to be running your life and doing what you're supposed to be doing on your duty, respect, responsibility, and everything else. Why you need to be figuring out what he's doing?
Okay, well, maybe not case by case, but up front, and just like how I can't remember which show you did, but you said when you get involved with somebody, you're going to let them know, hey, just putting it out there.
Oh, they're going to already know. Do you not think people see me on this show? They all know. And you know what? I got news for you. They watch the programs and they're like, I know women who deal with men like this, and they're like, I don't see what the problem is. As long as you don't bring home any outside baby disease, this. Because those women are realistic. They understand that as picky as I am, and as much as I'm asking for, as long as you're respecting home. And the thing is, how old are you?
29.
29? How old are you? You muted yourself. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Go back to the 70s. The cleanup man, the cleanup woman. There are women who used to make songs say, you may have him for a night, but I got him for a lifetime.
Well, yeah, you're right.
So women who move like you are control. You want to be in control of a man.
I don't, Kevin. I really
Well, then
don't.
why are you looking for? Why are you okay? Do you need to know every potential terrorist plot? Do you need to know every life? Do you need to know every meteorite or comet that misses the Earth? Do you need to know everything that could have possibly killed you in a day? Do you need to know that from your government? Do you need to know that from? Then go on about your life, or get a man who ain't nobody checking for, and you can have him all to yourself. He can be as transparent as cellophane, as saran wrap.
Okay. No, I really appreciate you, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna just let it go.
She wants to
Or
sound
Forget
like
it.
or
It's
or
not. It
you
doesn't
could
matter.
choose, to say, hey man, because here's the thing. I- Ladies can make, you can sit down, you can make arrangements, agreements, but after that, he has to be free to do what he needs to do. And if it's
Right.
not causing problems at home, you really might want to check why you need to know. All
Okay.
right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye. See, that's what it comes down to. A lot of women realize that they're like, damn, I am a control freak. I'm trying to control everything.
And when it comes to being controlling, it comes from a place of, that's true. When it comes to being controlling, it comes from a place of fear. You see, when you're scared of how things are going, or when you don't trust how things are going, you want to have some form of control because you don't want to be, a shaft in the wind or a feather in the wind that's been blown up and down. So that need to be controlling is coming from a place of fear. And I understand that, especially coming from the ladies. They don't process fear, they don't process anxiety, they don't process all this negative emotion the way we process them. I can be scared and I can still go about my day and do what needs to be done. I can have anxiety and still be productive. But when it comes to ladies, like, it sits on the way their mind processes it, it's just completely different. So that's something that's, we should also consider as well. But you've seen that. I don't think she's gonna let it go. She's gonna be forever inquisitive about that, and that's how, you know most of these ladies, or majority of these ladies, just keep asking questions until they run their entire relationship into the drain. I've seen that happen on multiple occasions. But let me know what you guys think about the video. I'll be bringing you more and more videos from Kevin Samuels, just like this one and other one. I'm not really focused on the arguments. I'm not focused on the commentary, uh, or like the whole thing that causes like the viral uproar. I'm not focused on all of those. I'm focused on the underlying message. Okay, and the underlying message to me is the essence of keeping the black families together. Other than that, every other thing, we could watch it, we could enjoy it, we could laugh, we could do whatever needs to be done. But do not forget the underlying message, because we all need each other. Men need women, women need men, and the only way we could build a strong community, especially for our future generation, is when we find ways to work together. And this simply means, instead of going into a relationship and looking for every reason to leave, I would suggest that you go into relationship with your partner by looking for every reason to stay.
I said, how old are you?
I am 54 and proud of it.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh,
What's my
congratulations.
disagreement?
Sure.
Okay. For the most part, I don't disagree with a lot of what I've heard you say over the past, few weeks. I've been watching your videos, but there was something from the first lady that spoke earlier this evening when she was talking about being over 40, and she was kind of in different places. But you made a statement that says, we should be lucky that someone wants to use your P word that you used. And what I disagree with about that is, if I take the position that says, I should be lucky that someone wants it, that means that I have already taken a position to devalue myself. That if
Okay, man. What is the okay?
some-
Please, okay, ladies. What I need is to get to the point, please. I
I
don't
am at
want
the
you to.
point.
No, 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 ma'am. Really, you're not. I mean, look at the other
I'm
women
at
in
the
the,
point
and
that I'm making.
look. No, no, no. But you need to get to it. Look at the other women in the Zoom call. I appreciate you're proud and everything else. Please get to the point.
The point is that I, as a woman over 40, if I was in the dating circle, I should not have to take a position to be proud that someone wants me after that age.
Well, first,
One thing you need to pay attention to is she's saying I am over 40, and the same thing we're talking about, whereby ladies in general, or majority of ladies in general, even though they are off, because if you watch the video from the beginning, and we say they've spent a lot of time in the corporate world and now they want to go back into dating, but now they're older, but they still think people should treat them like when they were younger. So she's saying, oh, I'm not going to accept it because my coochie is still the same thing as it was. It's not the same thing. The experience is not the same thing. And quite frankly, it's this is where this whole narration of when you have a new car and a used car, we have a brand new car and then we have a used car. The price are not the same. The way you use them is not the same. You won't value the used car as much as the way you would value the new car, because a lot of people have used it. There's a lot of mileage on it. It's been through multiple snows, multiple rains, all the bumps, the tire, the axle, it's something wrong with it somewhere, and every other day there's always something wrong with it, and you will always have to go to the mechanic shop and everything. So that's whole narration. So you can't put the value of the brand new car on yourself. And at the same time, he's not saying, oh, you should devalue yourself all the way that, oh, because you're so old and fat and everything, devalue yourself to the point where you're free or you're useless. He's not saying that. He's just saying, know your exact value. That way you could work with person, because if you're putting yourself on a very deluded high spectrum compared to where you are, and then you're like, oh, this man is not treating me like that, because this man, like I said, it's a market and it's one paying for it. And if he's paying for something and it's him not paying the price you're asking for, simply means that I'm the market and I'm determining the price I'm going to pay for this thing. And if you're saying this is how much you want, well, it's an open market. I can easily go to someone else and pay those value, the exact amount or the exact monetary value, for what this thing is worth, right? So it's not like, oh, devalue yourself, but it's just pretty simple. Don't be delusional about it. That's the simple message.
First of all, you're being disingenuous because that is not what I said. That is not even what that. No. Nope. That's not what I said. First of all, she said a woman that was no. Now, I'll tell you how this is going to go. I allowed you to go on for 30, 45 seconds to say nothing.
That wasn't true.
Now you say nothing. See, what happens is you older women come over here and you half-ass listen like the first older woman who had not watched one broadcast of mine, could not tell me what her disagreement was with what I said. And if you go back and watch this, Miss Susan, you will find out that that older woman was agreeing with everything that I was saying. So what I said, she even agreed with, that you can't expect a woman who is overweight, older, and unattractive to have high sexual marketplace value. So you can call it whatever you want to. You can be as proud as you want to. But even that woman you're referencing agreed with me.
There we go.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, sir. I did hear.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that you were misrepresenting the point that she made?
If that is your experience of what I said,
it's not my experience, ma'am. This is recorded. I'm not crazy. I do this every night. I listen exceptionally well.
Can I do I have the opportunity to finish?
Well, no. You have the opportunity to not overtalk me. I've let you talk, ma'am. What is your other
talking you?
All right. We go on down to the next point. All right. See, look at that right there. This is what you get. A bunch of angry older women who are not even sitting around, not even talking about the point. They want to come tell you what you said. Let me tell you what you said. Can't even control yourself. And I'm 54 and proud of it. Okay. Get to the point. Well, let me go ahead and give a sermon. Yeah. You can watch how the rest of the panel works. We're gonna give you a nap. We're gonna put you in timeout. Okay. Somebody bring her some chocolate milk. Somebody bring Nene some chocolate milk.
This man was
All
a
right.
menace.
Brittany, go ahead. So, how are
Good
you?
evening, Kevin. I'm great. How are you? Happy
Good. How old
Friday.
are you? Thank you.
I'm 32, so I'm right at the end of the danger zone.
All right. So, what's your disagreement or conflict?
So my disagreement, I've been watching you for the last 6 weeks or so. My disagreement is about the high value guys actually wanting those 20, 25-year-olds, because when I was 22, I definitely I put myself out there. I did date a few high value gentlemen, but they did not stick around, and I was completely open with the philosophy. I'm definitely
So the disagreement is that high value men don't want younger women?
Yeah.
Well, ma'am, hold on. Do they not want younger women, or do they not want you?
So that's a great question. I've reconciled that with myself, because I was everything that you've listed before. Like, I'm very domesticated or whatever. I did not have an issue with them exercising their options. I actually preferred that.
Okay. Hold on. So in the relationship, so let's assume everything you're saying is there. How many men are we talking about?
It was a total of three. Three of them.
Three. And of the three men, who ended the relationships?
I don't know. I think I dissolved them in a sense.
Okay, so hold on. Three so-called high-value men.
Yes.
That you put yourself out there for, yada, 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 but you ended the relationships.
Yes. And I think it's important. Two of the three were not Black. So I don't know if that...
Okay, not really relevant, but your ultimate point is high-value men don't want younger women.
Exactly. That's my point. And
well, they do.
Well, that's just not true. That's absolutely not true. It could be true in some sense, because the younger women are not so matured, and then when you want a matured woman, they are usually older, angry, and bitter. But the reason why older men prefer younger women is because of fertility. Because the younger woman can still give them children, the younger woman can still be around to take care of the children, most especially if the man passes away. The younger women are more fun, and they're not yet angry, and I'm just being realistic here. So yeah, older men prefer younger women. The so-called high-value men prefer younger women, and I've seen younger women say that all the time. Say, "Oh, I prefer a man that's way older than I am, that's 5 years older, 7 years older." I've even seen younger women say they prefer men that are 10 years older, because they believe they've spent more time working, gathering resources, and they have enough resources to take care of them. And while the man is taking care of them, they could do whatever they want, because older men wouldn't really be stressing you out or whatever. Some might say, "Oh, they're more controlling." Usually what women refer to as a man being controlling is when the man is not letting them do all the things that they usually want to do, go out and drink and go out to the clubs and go out and be promiscuous. When the man is like, "I just want to be in the house and just have fun with you, enjoy you," that's when the man becomes controlling, because he's always running, he's not letting them do whatever it is that they want to do. But you get the whole gist, right? You get the whole gist. I am just kicking all those things off. So let me know what you guys would like to see in the future videos. Let me know what you guys would want me to respond to. If there's like a specific Kevin Samuel video that you would like me to respond to, or just review in general, and then we'll talk around it, just send me links to it, and we could do that on this channel. Even to the point where if we gain a lot of traction, I don't mind having leaders come on the show too, and we're gonna talk. We give them a call, we'll talk, and they call into the show, and then we'll talk about it. And because, like I said, the most fundamental thing about this, the most fundamental goal of this soul session is bringing our families back together.
They do, and all you have to do is look at observable reality. Now, your anecdotal lived experience may tell you something different, but that's just it.
Okay.
You look at what okay. You really want to know what a man wants? Look at what he does after he gets some money. That's who they pick. So why do men with money or means, if after their first marriage or their relationship breaks up, why do they typically tend to go with younger women?
That's a great question. I'm wondering, do you think it's a sense of like the younger?
No, but do they do that though?
I mean, yes, I guess records.
No. Yes,
yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, they do.
All right,
Yeah,
then. So that right there refutes your point.
Okay, so then let me pivot this because I am.
No, I got to get to the next person. I got plenty of conflict. So you guys get one conflict, but your conflict is just because it didn't work out for you, but according to you, you left these men anyway.
Right. Okay.
Why is a woman who wants to be? There are all kind of questions I can ask, but y'all don't really stay anything long enough to know what's supposed to work because you're going from one situation to another. When are y'all gonna grow some roots instead of a bunch of damn branches?
Is it too late? I mean,
and that's your number one. That's a number one problem too, because I asked last night, at what age do you folks start running out of options? Well, guess what? You're 10 years older than you were at 22. Yes, you do run out of options.
That's right.
There's always a newer model coming off the road, and the danger zone is real. At 35, you reach geriatric pregnancy. That's not my term. And if high value men or men with means tend to want younger women, you've crossed over past the wall. So yes, it can get to be too late if you folks act like you got infinite options. Let's be honest, ladies. Men aren't leaving you guys. Most of the time, y'all are leaving your relationships. That's why I called you high value home wreckers.
That's
you
right.
wreck your own homes and then blame the men for being gone. Well, stop leaving. All right, thank you. Let's get on down to the next person.
We're gonna do one more.
So this whole notion that high value men don't want younger women. We're gonna go to. Okay, people got their hand up. CY77. Go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Yes.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi. What's your first name?
Karina.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 35.
What's your disagreement?
I actually disagree with everything you say.
Okay. Well, you have to pick one.
Okay.
And this is not a time for grandstanding. Pick one.
Let's start with the valuation of a human being.
Okay. Well, hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Oh, no, you can't. See, first of all, understand something.
Okay.
You cannot overtalk me. You cannot like what I say, ma'am.
I'm trying to make my point.
Okay, that won't work. I'm going to give it one more shot. Okay. Because, ma'am, you are welcome to leave. You don't have to be here. But while you're here, you will have to work according to the platform, because I'm worried about an audience. You're worried about your point of view. Do we rank human beings in the world?
Can I answer now?
Yes, you can answer that question. Do we rank human beings in this world?
Facts. In this world, we ranked human beings since slavery. That's a problem. And because of the fact that you don't see
slavery. Okay, since slavery. Okay, hold on. You're not going to proselytize. What is a GPA?
A GPA is a grade point average. I had
It's also a ranking. It's also a ranking. Yes or no? Is it a ranking?
It is a ranking in school.
What is private, corporal, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, major, colonel, general? What are those?
Those are hierarchies in Western society.
So rankings and hierarchies exist in the world.
In Western society,
they exist in all worlds. This is where Jordan Peterson talk. This is where Jordan Peterson comes along and talks about the lobster. So women like this have a problem with structure. You got a problem with structure, rankings. That's not. You got a conflict. Wrong platform for you. I wish you all the best. Just don't come back. You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. You really don't. And I'm not going to try to change your mind. But if you actually have a problem with rankings, academically ranked, We rank everything, and women rank men. You rank men based upon their height, their income, their ability to provide, their level of attractiveness, social, sexual prowess. So y'all can knock it off with the how unfair it is to rank women. The real problem is most women don't like where they rank. If you don't like where you rank, I rank people because it's realistic. And now, you
And that's it. What's the main question? It's unfair to rank people. While in the world, everything has been ranked. Everything has been ranked. You have the richest man in the world, the top 5 CEOs, the top 10 CEOs. Sometimes people even rank you and you don't even know that you're being ranked. You could come into a place and people are beginning to evaluate you. So yeah, ranking is realistic thing, and when you rank these ladies, it's like you're pulling them into the reality, and they don't want that. They want to stay in that delusion and just think, oh, everyone is beautiful in their own place. You could see a lady that's fat, and all the ladies gather around and be like, no, 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 you're beautiful. But they know. In fact, to me, it's almost like their own strategy of eliminating their competition. They keep the one that ranks low around because it helps them with their own self-esteem, so they don't force all the ladies around them to like level up and be better, to do better, to be better, to hold themselves accountable. They just kind of like keep them low and say we are all equal, everyone is the way. In the reality, they're getting all the good stuff, so they don't want to face it. But that's it. That's it for today. Let me know what you guys think about everything that's we've spoken about in this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone. Peace. It's about to go down here.